And we're live. Good morning, everybody. Daniel Allison, the average dude. Welcome to First Sip. Welcome to Freddie Blanton on Pump Day, doing his muscle. Freddie Blanton, how you feeling?
Pump, 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 pump. Day!
Hey, I like being in your truck as you go down the road on your way to Bobcat, I'm assuming. And I feel like I'm just part of the action in that vehicle right now. What type of music are we listening to after this is over?
Probably no music, Danny.
Really? We're going quiet. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna get this microphone fixed, and it's gonna be good. So, hey, good
Yeah,
morning, Russ Hammond.
there. I don't listen to a lot of music unless I'm working out or getting hyped up.
Oh
Just
yeah,
just riding around cruising. Not a bunch of music.
not a bunch of music. No, no, maybe a podcast. I think you listen to some podcasts from time to time, don't you?
I only listen to your interviews.
You only listen to the average dude doing interviews. I do not
That's it.
believe that. I do not believe that. Russ Hammond was in an average dude interview, and he got me a mug. Good morning, Russ Hammond. Great to see you. Antarctic Mike. Let's go. Great to see
Man,
Mike on the bus.
Wally. Hey, Wally. Wally the Walrus over here. Hey, guy.
Uh-oh, got a Waldrop mobile. Let's go. Look at Larry Winoski. Hey, great to see Larry doing great things. He got him a generator at his house. Do you have a generator at your house?
I do not have a whole home generator, if that's what we're talking about. I do have a generator that you got to fill up and take
Yeah.
care of, and you got to work at it.
Yeah, yeah. It takes a little bit of work, but those are always nice to have when things go sideways, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah. And recently, we things have went sideways.
Exactly. I noticed that Larry got him one. That's why I brought it up. Antarctic Mike. Great to see Antarctic Mike on the bus all the way from San Diego. Great to see Mike. DJ on the bus. How are you feeling, DJ? We need a progress report on the hip. We want to get DJ back to 100%. And look at Joe. Joe's on the bus, ready to get his mind right. And Fred, we had pump day this morning. How did you feel on the third day of Hell Week, Fitness, Faith, and Fellowship F3 style?
I felt amazing, Daniel. I felt so good that yet again I got there early to knock out my 45 burpees and get a good stretch in.
Well, you got your 40. You're getting 45 burpees per day on top of everything else.
Yes, I show up early to Barnett Park and get that done.
Wow. Now that's strong. That's strong. Uh, Thoughts on the workout? I've already asked you this, but I'm going to ask you again because I want to put you on the spot because you love putting people on the spot. What did you think of the workout?
The workout was just what the body needed, Daniel. Just what the doctor ordered.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to hear. I was feeling it this morning. I was sore when I woke up. Made it, made it to the workout. Got moving, and we did some new things this morning, didn't we? We did some things that I thought were different. It shifted the dynamic a little bit, and I wanted to get your thoughts on that. Are you ready? Are you ready to talk about this?
Am I ready for
There's
what?
Vicky. Hey, here we go. Vicky Watts. Hola, amigos. Aaron Jacobitz. Let me get these last few bus riders. Great to see Aaron Jacobitz, the hero. Vicky Watts. Good morning, Vicky. Paul
Has
Papp is
Jacobitz
here.
made it to an F3?
He has not made it to our F3, but we would
I
love
know
to
not
see Aaron
ours,
make it. Yeah.
but there's several around him that he could make it to.
Yeah. Well, hey, in the comments, you got to let us know if you're making it to an F3. Uh, Joe, Great to see Joe again. Hip recovery is going well. Trying to
Okay,
use a
good.
cane more than the walker. So that's fantastic. How you feeling today, Fred? I'm trying to get Freddie's energy, and I don't know if it's because he's driving. I don't know if it's because he's drinking coffee. I don't know if it's because he's done those 45 burpees, but where is your energy at?
Oh, my energy is on the money.
Is it couldn't
Yeah,
be any
today
better.
today is no. We will dominate today. We got
Okay.
stuff to do. We won't get it all done, which is a good feeling. That's where my energy's at. My energy is on winning the day.
Winning the day, and that's why we do this. We come in here, we connect with other great people, we talk about things that are going on, and I really wanted to talk about this. I wanted to talk about the exercise that we did, the tug of war. And to me, the tug of war is different for F3 because it really makes things feel a little more competitive.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to get your thoughts on taking a big group of people, dividing it up, and how the dynamics change once we get smaller teams. Did you notice that?
I did notice that we had a tug of war competition because I participated. I'd love to know in the comments who is competitive no matter the situation. If it's Monopoly, if it's Bingo, if
Thank you. That's
it's
where I'm going.
is it pitch and quarters? Who is competitive? Because this morning
Absolutely.
when we broke it down to teams, and we did have 4 teams, and we competed in tug of war. I, I don't know. I didn't have that killer instinct. I looked at our team and I was like, wow, we got the 7 smallest people here.
Oh, man. Is that what happened?
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting because what happens immediately, you've got one leader. That leader today was Mab. He was in charge of the workout. He decides to do tug of war, and now we're going to divide into smaller teams. And it does the competition. As soon as he said we're doing tug of war, I felt that surge of competition because now the exercise can be measured, right? We're going to determine who won and who lost, not just do push-ups and run to the next station, right? And then I thought it was interesting because I immediately got home and I looked up strategy to win tug of war
Yeah.
because that's how my mind thinks when you once you have the game and you have the rules. And I thought, man, what is there strategy that would have helped us win that competition of tug of war? Now it's just tug of war, and to your point, does it really matter if you win a tug of war competition with a bunch of 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds, 30-year-olds?
And what were we using? It wasn't your typical rope.
No. Yeah, I mean, that thing was hard to grab, wasn't it? I felt like I
It was
needed
a
bigger hands.
it was a fire hose.
Yep, that's right. The fire hose. And so I just wrapped that thing around my arm. But I thought it was interesting the position where people stood. You know, you had the anchor in the back, you had the leader up the front, and then the middle person's supposed to be a stamina person. So it's just like basketball or just like any sport, the tug of war. You have a team, you might have a leader of the team, you have organization, you've got to get on the same page. So I thought it was interesting. I thought that dynamic shift um, changes the dynamics of the group because now you have a smaller team. So I thought that was funny.
Yeah, I thought the whole thing was dynamic. If I had if somebody said describe that workout event in one word, it would be dynamic.
Well, there you go, dynamic. Now, sometimes that's good. Sometimes that's it's just dynamic. So let me say this: the dynamic shift. I'm trying to see. Oh, the dynamic shift. We changed the flavor of the team, and so that's where I wanted to go. When we change the dynamics, we change the the vibe of the room. Are you with me, or is your mind somewhere else?
No, I'm with you. I'm
Okay.
with you, dude. We're
Okay.
changing flavors, we're changing vibes. Everything that you're talking about right now seems to be dynamic. It's got a high frequency to it. I'm just
Yes.
happy I'm in proximity with you this morning. So keep preaching,
Are you?
Pastor.
He's using my vocabulary. He's starting to sound like the average dude. Uh, I'm I'm trying to engage him in conversation, folks, and I cannot get him to engage. Where's your talk to me this morning, Fred? What you thinking? Read. How about this? Read the room. This is where my mind was going. Read the room. When I say read the room, what does your mind think?
Oh, my mind immediately thinks about your speech tomorrow. You have a speech in front of a room and you don't know who's going to be there. You have an idea. You've heard, but in all reality, you're going to have to show up and read the room and figure out what kind of energy you got to bring.
That's it. And there's an energy to every room. There's an energy to every team. Who's the leader? Who gets on our nerves? What personality types come out? Because that's the thing. You change the dynamic, you change the vibe, and you change the feel. I was telling Steamer after the workout in Toastmasters, I've given speeches, and maybe it's the same group over and over again. But then you get one new person in that room, dynamic changes. The vibe
Well,
of the room.
tomorrow, you are the change.
Yeah, that's an interesting way to look at it. And so it is on my mind, and it's been a long time, Freddie, since I got up and stood in front of a group and talked for 20 minutes and didn't interview someone, didn't have something like that. So I'm looking at this as kind of an evolution of that. And to your point, it's like, where's my energy? Do I want to try to give I'm not an entertainer. I want to have a conversation with that group. I want to tell them, I want to have a conversation with them about some of the things that I've been doing and some of the things I've been thinking about and how that helps them. So I've got to think about these things are the most important. So the right energy, the right vibe, and thinking about the end in mind, how I want them to feel, what I want them to get, what's in it for them.
Yeah. And then, every day, almost every day, we get put in these positions. And it may not be a speech, but it could be a meeting that you've never been a part of. You could be sitting down with some people at lunch that you've never had lunch with. And you got to be able to read the room. And if you need to change the energy, you need to be able to do that. And I like the fact that you're already thinking about the outcome. How do I want these people to feel after the speech, after the meeting, after the lunch? I think that's very important.
One of the things I did, Fred, I asked AI, I said, make an assumption about someone in the audience. They always say you're talking to one person that needs to hear this message, so just create an avatar that has a situation in his or her life that they would want to hear a message about energy, about frequency, about overcoming yourself, about doing the right things and connecting with others, that kind of thing. We need that. There's lots of Georges out there. We talk about the energy buzz. There's a lot of us that need connection, need to overcome ourselves, need to do something like F3, need to find out, like Larry says, right? That needs to just get out there and find out, and yeah. So that's what it's going to be about tomorrow, for the average dude, finding that kind of energy.
I like it, Danny. And you know what you're doing? You're in a different room. You're grabbing a seat at a different table. And I think that's important as we go through 2026. What different rooms can you be in? What different tables can you grab a seat at? And what are you pushing for?
get around people that challenge you. Get around Freddie at Bobcat. Freddie challenges me. I think Freddie challenges everybody in a certain kind of way because he puts you on the spot. He doesn't do what a lot of other people do, but make it easy on you. You makes you, oh man, why'd you say that, Freddie? And as mad as I might get, I also know that's how we grow. I've got to share this one more thing, and then we'll give it to you for the final thought. When we were doing tug of war, Training Wheels, who is in fantastic shape. He's younger than me. He's in fantastic shape. He was behind me. I was at the front of that rope, and we were all getting situated, and we are trying to get a little strategy together. And he said, "Hey, why don't you get on the other side?" Because he thought about staggering it. But in my mind, and I don't know which side was better, but in my mind, I say, I said, are you sure? Because I wanted to be at the front of that rope because I felt more secure in that. And what was interesting, because we talk about team dynamics and who's going to take the lead and what's the best thing. I wasn't sure what to do, but I thought about it and I said, Training Wheels, I feel better on this side. He said, do it. And we ended up winning. But I thought sometimes we have to speak up. You know, sometimes you don't want to rock the boat. But I felt more comfortable on that one side of the rope than the other. But I thought somehow that says something, doesn't it? It's like it puts the finger on the thing. Now that you've heard that story, I want you to come up with a final thought and get us out of here today.
It's okay to speak up when you don't feel comfortable. I promise. Final thought.
Take it from Freddie. And I love that final thought. And I love the bus riders. And I will see you tomorrow live, 7:55. Let's roll.